the career I chose was licensed clinical social work. So the duties can include working with mental health issues, 12-step programs, other addiction type programs, things like that. Public health, school, medical social work, marriage counseling, or children and family therapy can also be involved with that. Education, you can technically do some stuff with a bachelor's degree, but you're not going to be able to have a lot of luck in a long-term career or something very stable. You're not going to have your own practice. So I would say that it requires a master's degree. It doesn't technically, but if you're going to do anything successful, anything productive, you're going to need a master's degree. It relates to my 4-year plan because I've kind of been planning on doing something at least related to this. Psychology, I'm actually in marriage and family right now, but my 4-year plan is more reflective of the other things I'm looking at. I'm looking at like occupational health and safety, industrial psychology, and clinical social work are the three things I'm really looking at now. My 4-year plan does reflect that, so it does relate to honestly my probably top two things I want to do in my life. Like I said, my major right now is marriage and family counseling. I don't think that's going to stick. It's going to be industrial psychology, clinical social work, or I'm going to move into occupational health and safety. So it doesn't relate too much. I'm really interested in psychology, though. It's something I was pretty passionate about. I actually studied it in a community college where I'm from. I do have an associate's degree in it. It's something that I loved. I picked it up quick. I like to know the mental diagnoses. I would also like to look into more criminal justice, criminal science things because that's really what got me attached to it. So the book I took and just kind of went through their bullet points on chapter 13 and answered each question. I do have a strong interest in psychology, like I stated, but I don't really want to be a psychiatrist. I don't really want to be a psychologist. I feel psychology is a great way to work on anybody's undergraduate degree. Anybody should and could take classes, and it's very interesting. It's very informative. It's going to help you out in the long run. I don't think it's a bad idea for anybody to take psychology classes. I wouldn't mind having a degree, a bachelor's degree in psychology. I know there's not much you can do with that, but if I do move into clinical social work, it's one more feather in your cap, per se, to where you can kind of say, hey, I'm also, with this degree, it makes you a little bit more qualified. Uh, I want to figure out myself a lot. I think that's a really cool part of psychology that you can learn about yourself and your own weird mannerisms and things that you do. It's another thing that drove me to it. I'm interested in learning more about industrial psychology, and I really would love to be a professional social worker. I don't believe that psychology is an easy major. I think that it requires a lot of work, a lot of reading, a lot of writing, and a lot of you got to be dedicated and actually care about the things that you're doing. So, with that, that is my short presentation. I hope you all enjoy.